So gold, let's just look at the 4 hour. And this has been running now since October, I think. And this is just one set on one account. You should be diversifying, but I use this and diversify using trade copiers and stuff anyway. Yeah, beginning of October. Now, this account is 32 grand up. There's nothing open because there's no clear market trigger, no move. So I'm not waiting. It's not valid. It'll do its thing when it does its thing. And again, if I was a manual trader, I'd probably force a move. I'd want to force a move. I'd feel like, hang on, I've been on the charts for 2 hours. Nothing's happened. I need an ROI on that chart time, which is where a lot of manual traders can go wrong. So we just leave it to do its thing, right? And if a trade's valid, happy days, it's valid. So as you saw here, we had an uptrend. We're only buying here. We're only buying. We had a couple of sells here, only buying. And let's get to the recent big rally, you know, market direction here. Although we're in an uptrend, you would say it maybe wasn't strong enough on that lower time frame move. So this is using the 4 hour EMAs and a 5-minute ADX. So ultimately, there has to be a clear trend on the 4 hour and B, some movement on the 5-minute chart that's signaling, hey, we're trending and we're trending in the same direction as the 4 hour here. Let's go. There are some other variables in terms of like delays, but not very many, I don't think, from memory. And this is all running a fixed lot, 0.5 lots. And yeah, no martingale or anything. But as you can see this week, so when did the, what are we, 15th? So since the 10th, 11th, we've had a very small amount of trades. We had some buys here. Would have been around here, yeah. And nothing today, nothing yesterday. And the whole reason is that we're in a flat market. The EMAs are showing no clear direction. On that basis, we stand no risk of entering a trade until there is a clear direction. And then the 5-minute ADX would have to have movement in the market and it would have to be matching that direction. So what that means is if we're going up here, yeah, let's say at this peak here, we're only looking to buy. If the market reverses and then comes tumbling down, we wouldn't trigger the buy to start with if we're not in any positions and the market starts to sell off on the lower time frames because it's not in line. There's not that level of confluence there. So the reason this entered quite at this top here is, you know, there's a big move up here. There's momentum. You can see the size of the candles. They've pushed up. We took a little bit at the top and we banked and out, and then another little bit of movement here. It must be on the lower time frame. But it's impossible for it to enter a buy if there's movement downwards when we're in an overall uptrend on the 4 hour. The only exposure here is if we're too greedy, we hold the position for too long. I think these pip steps and lot profits, sorry, are really small. I normally run between 4 and 6. And then we tumble and then we reverse. So your only exposure is if you're already in a position. But that would mean the ADX would have been pushing up and then reversed and come pushing down, which could happen around news, but this has a news filter on it as well. So yeah, it's just really interesting that when you can combine either individually or collectively these different technical indicators, they're going to provide you with more confluence and more diversification, and it's going to capitalize on different moves in different ways at different times. Yeah.